Hello, I'm Chris, and I want to talk about basic income and the idea of universal basic income. And I want to do a whole series of videos about all the ways that I feel basic income would impact society, both economically and socially and individually, in a positive way. There's a lot of ways that it would make a huge difference, and I want to get to all of them. But first, I want to kind of go over my plan, I suppose. If I was running the show, how I would implement basic income, and it's a little different from how most people would do it. It's not the Andrew Yang version. I was glad Andrew Yang brought it to people's attention as far as an idea. I think he could have done a better job of expanding on all the ways it would make a difference in the world. So 3 steps, right? One, of course, is the basic income itself, and I think it needs to be equivalent to a living wage, right? Not necessarily in San Francisco or Midtown Manhattan or even here in Chicago, but a living wage for most of the country, about $2,000 a month, right? Secondly, there would be a work requirement, right? It is not an excuse to sit around your home in your underwear playing video games. You can't make that. You can't make that commonplace. You can't make that the way people live their lives. You just can't, right? There's too much that needs to be done in this world to make it become a normal thing for people to sort of check out on the world. So there has to be a work requirement. It doesn't have to be in the economy. What you would need to do is build up neighborhood associations, and through neighborhood associations, people can get work in their communities doing good things, right? Cleaning up parks, helping their neighbors, mentoring children, reading to old people, whatever it may be. There's work to be done. There's good, meaningful work to be done. And we need everybody on board with that. Everybody. Okay? Whether you're a 16-year-old kid in high school, because I would start this at 16, right? So you can start saving money for college or a business or whatever you want to do before you're even out of your family's home. Or you're 80, right? As long as you're not 100% disabled, you have something to contribute. I would drop the amount of the work requirement after a certain age, but everybody has a way to contribute. Everybody is needed, okay? And the third thing I would do, and this is the most controversial, I think, is I would eliminate the minimum wage once basic income was in. Basic income would take the place of the minimum wage, essentially. It would take the place of everything. It would take the place of Social Security. It would take the place of, of all other sorts of government benefits. Okay, it would take the place of all of that. And the reason I would eliminate the minimum wage is because I want to provide everybody with entry into the economy, right? Working in the community is great, awesome, don't get me wrong, but if people want to develop skills, it can be really difficult right now. Nobody does apprenticeships anymore, right? Entry-level positions are not entry-level positions anymore because, like here in Chicago, $15 an hour in the restaurant business. You can't hire somebody who isn't ready to hit the ground, not necessarily running, but at least walking pretty fast. If someone's going to really need a lot of time and support in order to make a meaningful contribution to your business, they're out. You can't afford that, right? And there are a lot of people who do need that time and support. So you want to, create a situation where businesses are incentivized to bring on more people, be flexible with them, give them time to learn and grow and develop. And I think that this sort of situation of people are getting that basic income, they're getting their needs met, and you're paying for this as a business. You'd be paying for this in your taxes, but the idea is that you don't lose anything by bringing on somebody and giving them time to develop, time to learn, time to grow, being flexible, being having an open heart with your employees, right? Giving them those new opportunities. So I feel like that is the start, and there's a lot of ways it would impact society, and I'd like to talk about those as I go through this in some sort of a series, and then start developing, hopefully, sort of a network of people who think like this and can start to push forward with the idea and see how far it can go. Thank you for those of you who saw this and listened. I hope I'll get better at this. This is my first one. And we'll take it from there, I guess.